So today's video is a sponsored video by SoftStartRV. I received 3 Soft Start units that I'm actually going to have installed tomorrow if everything pans out here at National Indoor RV Center. What I wanted to talk a little bit about first is how I got to this point where I'm going to have these installed after Sue and I have been on the road for 3 years. I have 3 air conditioners in the rig, and every one of these wood registers along the ceiling has an AC unit above it, and they're numbered. This is number 3, the one in the center is number 2, and the front one is number 1. When we started out on our trek, number 1, which was the original OEM, was always with us. Number 2 had been replaced twice, and number 3 had only been replaced once. So at this snapshot in time, I and the previous owner have paid for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 air conditioners, and tomorrow or the next day I'm going to have the number 1 replaced. So what are we up to, Sue? 7? That's ridiculous. So over the years I've tried all sorts of different things. I have the energy management system that everybody should have, you know, like a Progressive Industries or a watchdog that you plug in that tells you if you have low voltage or if you have any bad power situations. We also have the Hughes Autoformer, and I have a video on that you could check. I'll list that up in the corner here, and that provides a little additional boost to low voltage situation at the expense of just a touch of your own amp capacity that you're able to get at your particular pedestal. It doesn't steal the power from your next door neighbor. You give the Autoformer its opportunity to boost the voltage if it needs to be boosted, and then the boosted voltage then is monitored, and if after boosting it it's still not enough, then this unit will shut down and not allow you to operate your RV and damage the voltage. So I've done everything I can, but I'm to the point now where I wanted to go the additional amount now that I'm spending God knows what it's going to be for my new air conditioner that I've been waiting for 1 year to get it installed. I wanted to put the soft starts in so that I have a much easier life every time it's starting. Now Sue and I are pedestal princesses. We're pretty much in a campground all the time. Very infrequently are we using just our generator. Our generator is certainly capable enough. It's a 10,000 watt generator, and many times people get the soft starts because they're going to go on a rather small Honda generator, and they want to be assured that they'll be able to start the air conditioner, and they certainly will once they get these soft start units on. That really isn't why we want it. What we wanted in is the few times that we're on a 30 amp service. We're a 50 amp coach, and a 50 amp coach has 50 amps 2 legs, so that's 100 amps really. And when you go on a 30 amp pedestal, you effectively have 70 amps difference to play with. Now there's certain things that we can't adjust. We can't adjust the fact that our refrigerator is always going to be demanding service, and you know, we get so used to being on a 50 amp pedestal, we're apparently not that well at adjusting our needs, because sometimes we got the wrong things on at the wrong time, and then we're counting on some of our fancy electronics here to go, hey Mark, you know, you really don't have enough ampacity to be able to be running what you should be running, and it will automatically shed loads and turn off the air conditioning if it shouldn't be on. But what we've found is, as the coach is aging, that may or may not be working as well. We've had some of our breakers in our fuse box over here. That breaker box has got our air conditioning breakers for air conditioner 1, 2, and 3. That breaker looks like this. And breakers, when they're turned on and off, by a thermal event, every time that happens, they get just a little bit weaker. And over the years, remember my coach was built in June of 13, I'm thinking that a combination of every once in a while us doing the wrong thing, meaning the air conditioning's on, maybe we got the dryer on, we put on our toaster oven, we put on our microwave, we put our range, something happens. The fancy electronics there don't work fast enough and this breaker's tripping. And this breaker would trip when we get the maximum demand of one of these air conditioners going on. And remember, when you got 3 of them, they're trying to keep their zones satisfied, so they're going on at all sorts of different times. So what am I doing here? Hopefully tomorrow, this air conditioner here is getting replaced. That means then I'm starting over with a brand new air conditioner here, an air conditioner in the middle and on the end that is basically 4 years old because we've been on the road for 4 years. I'm replacing all of the breakers so that they're as healthy as possible for all of the air conditioners. And on each of the air conditioners, I'm going to have this soft start installed. Now, the way they do that is when they open up the cover, and I'm sure anybody that's even remotely thinking about the soft start has watched plenty of videos out there of people telling you how easy it is. And from what I can tell, the old Mark would have been able to install this very easily. But I've kind of made a rule with Sue that I don't go on the roof. I don't want to ever fall off it. I think that my bones are brittle enough I'll end up in 50 pieces. So that's kind of a hard and fast rule that we're trying not to break. This thing here has got double-sided tape on it. When you open up the cover, you find the available room that you can put this on, and you stick it using the double sticky tape, and then if you're so inclined, you can also attach it with these extra attachment screws here. But you can see that they've given you more than enough leads to connect up the 5 wires that you have to connect up. Theoretically, using these fittings here and putting them on the ends of the wire, you technically don't have to cut any wires. And for the folks that are really comfortable doing electrical work, this is probably best described as a cakewalk job for you. But for anybody that's a little timid on it, they have a great program where you can actually tell them the day that you're going to be doing the installation. Let's say you're going to be doing it on a Thursday morning. You can sign up to have a tech available on Thursday morning, and they will block out time on Thursday for a couple of people that are doing their installation on Thursday. And if you need help and you call, they know you're calling and they're ready for you, and they'll have your diagrams ready, the ones that they sent you if you couldn't figure out which diagrams you could use, and they are prepared to walk you through step by step to do this. I'm certainly not going to tell National Indoor that Soft Start says this installation should take less than 60 minutes per AC. I think the whole point of this is that there's a whole fleet of people out there like me that would like something like this, but if you call up your favorite RV dealer and you say, hey, do you guys sell these things? Typically they might say, no, we don't know anything about them. You got to find one that's with the program enough that you can say, hey, I want to show up and have my hamburger cooked, and I'm going to bring the hamburger. And that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing this, and I'm going to give it to them, and National Indoor RV is confident enough and with the program enough that they know about these things, and they said, yeah, bring it, we'll put it in for you. So if you type in SoftStartRV.com/OJIM, that's for Our Journey in Miles, you'll get to our custom landing page that has our channel logo in the corner, so you know you're in the right spot. As you continue to scroll down on this screen, you'll pick up some more information about this product. You'll see that there's a 90-day free trial, free shipping, just like Amazon. But the real meat and potatoes of what this product does for you and how it will help you with your air conditioners is captured in this screenshot of an oscilloscope pattern that was captured by the fancy equipment that Mike Sokol has here. You definitely have to watch the video that's listed in the upper right hand corner here. That really explains the best from someone that is qualified to explain it why this product is excellent and is for everyone. So regardless of when you are actually viewing this video in relation to when it was created, by using our landing page link, you will always save $30 off the current price of each unit you buy. Well, there Myles goes on day 2. Going to bay 6. So I find it kind of interesting while I'm waiting for various things to be taken care of on my coach here, that this one that pulled in next to me, you can see that he or she has had plenty of air conditioning issues as well. On the back is a new Dometic unit, but on the middle is a lesser new something or other, and then on the front you see that the cover's off, and I don't know if it fell off or in the middle of fixing something, or coincidentally that sitting on the floor in between our two rigs is another old carcass of air conditioners. So if you have watched this video in its entirety, you can see that I am trying everything in my power to not have to do this again by having all of the systems in place to monitor my power, boost my voltage, and now, most importantly, with the installation of the SoftStartRV units, decrease my peak starting current requirements so that the air conditioner is not struggling each and every time it starts. Hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next week.